Going to the Bible. Are you believing the Bible?
Benjamin.
Some of it. All right. Where does what a disconnect happen for you? So you don't believe walk across no water because you can't you ain't never seen it or you can't explain it. Can't nobody explain it. You don't. It's things you don't believe because you ain't never seen it. All right, look, I'm gonna show you, right? I'm gonna show you this because this is what separates it. Because the Bible, it does not agree with this sign right here. This right here, the Bible talk about it. This in the Bible. It's called the image of the beast. It's the damn devil the Bible speaks of. This is what we gotta understand. What you confusing with the Bible is Christianity, modern day Christianity. God ain't never give us Christianity. He ain't give us a denomination. He ain't give us no Baptist, no Pentecostal. You know what I'm saying? No Catholic. All this stuff is what happened when you get other people, white people, right? You're so-called, they got Edomites according to the Bible. When they get a hold of our history, that's what happened when we learn our history through the oppressor's lens. You get Christianity, which is a BS, and they give you a white Christ. But we gonna because it's a what? It's a what? It's a cargo ship. It's a cargo ship. You start off 14, the transatlantic slave trade started in 1492. But they had these boats way beforehand. Because how could, during the time of Moses, how could he reference a ship if he never seen one? Because beforehand, you had Noah do what? He had a boat that carried animals. So how could these boats do that, bro? This is exactly. Dude saying they ignorant. So the white man has to come make a boat to be able to carry this stuff. This is crazy because, bro, this is what happened. Our people worship these folks too much to think that they brought civility to our people, made them civil, and gave them. They are such of the greatest minds that our people didn't come over here and make the cotton gin. They didn't make stoplights. They didn't make refrigerators. For our people to survive on. You think these folks brought us this technology? But our people sit up here and worship Egypt and all that, knowing the technological advances that they made, not knowing that our people taught the people in Egypt. Our people taught them how to be. But if God told the people, why we living like this? Right? Why we living like this? I'm gonna drive the point home for you, right? Because the book of Deuteronomy, you know the book of Deuteronomy too? All right, give me Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. Then give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something real quick because we talking about who? Us being who? Okay, God's right, but who are we talking about? What people? The Israelites, like you see over here on this sign right here. This is exactly what we saying, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American on this side of the earth. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses speaking to who? Israel, right? You know about the story of Moses. You know what the children of Israel are doing in Egypt? What was going on with them in Egypt? I like that they had us in slavery, correct. So, and Moses went down to do what? Free his people, because he was sent by God to go free his people, right? Correct. But watch this. He's going to giving them the law again, right? He reiterating the covenant that God making with the children of Israel. And watch what he tell them, Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So he said we are a holy people unto him. The children of Israel, they are holy people because there's other nations upon the earth, right? 18 nations upon the earth. But he said this one right here, he said they holy unto me. That means to be separate, come on.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
You got kids? You ain't got no kids, you got nieces and nephews, right? All right, but nieces, nephews, mom and dad, everybody got them, right? But yours is yours, right? So the same way, God said, hey, there's other people, but this people right here, they special to me. They special. Let's see how special they are to God. Come on.
above all people.
He said they what?
Above all people.
So God did not make us to be equal then. We be fighting for equality. He didn't make us less then. God made us to be what?
Above all people.
So he said he meant us to be above all people. He meant us to be above all people. We above all people, by the way, that you can see how our people is bodily wise, right? We stronger than everybody. We look better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? We dress better. We sound better. You know what I'm saying? All these different things, even genetically, right? Genetically, with anybody else mixed with our, let's just say a white person or whatever, when they mix with our genes, right? What is their genes called and what is our genes called? Our genes are what to their genes? Dominant. And their genes are recessive. They got a weaker gene. God, even down to the DNA, God said we better. You know what I'm saying? If anybody we mix with, and we make them better. Any other nation mix with us, they make us weaker. You know what I'm saying? It's a stain on how great we is. But God said he meant to be above. If God made us to be above, why are we living like this? I'm going to show you why, and it's all contained. Then give me Deuteronomy 29:1. Then give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Then get to 15. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab.
So he said this is a covenant that he made with him. In Deuteronomy 29, he referencing the covenant that he talking about in Deuteronomy 28. Let's read that covenant. Deuteronomy 28:1. You gotta follow me, bro. Stick with me. You gotta follow me when you hear me talking. So what I'm showing is, bro, it's the covenant, because all this go back to an agreement that we got, that God had made with us. You know what I'm saying? Right? Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
So God gave us laws and commandments to follow. He said, you my people, and I made you to be above, but this is the condition. You have to do and follow what I tell you to do. You got to keep my commandments. Come on.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's the stipulation for us to be on high above all nations. Come on.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So look, that's what he said. If we listen to the Lord thy God, right, we will be blessed. He'll have us above our people. But like we know, what condition our people in? Is we above our people? Where we at? We below everybody. Watch this. Let's see why. Verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So if they would not follow what God say, right? Let's see what happens.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said all these curses are going to come upon them if they did not follow what he say. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Watch it. Let's see some of these bad things, because they all got purposes. Give me verse 46. Let me show you the purpose of the curses, right? Because God said he chastised what? Whom he loved. God going to chastise whom he loved. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So the curse is going to be upon them for a sign. Come on.
And a wonder upon thy seed forever.
So he said, if they break God's laws, he said these curses are going to be on them for a sign. So what are they saying, right? Like, I know I'm at the sit-go because of what? Because of the sign. These curses are going to be an identifying marker of who God chose the people is in the last day. But why would they need a sign? I'm going to show you why they're going to need a sign, all right? Watch this. Give me verse 68. Because how did our people get over here to the shores of America? You said most of us is already here. But how did they get over it? How did they get to this side of the world? Like how? Because, right, we said the motherland is where? Africa, right? So, he said it ain't. Where is it? This the motherland? Nah. Nah, I'm gonna show you what it is according to the Bible. Look, I'm gonna show you why. But look, let me show you about that. Oh, you said agree to disagree. Because in the Bible, according to the Bible, are you believe in the Bible? Some of it. All right. What a disconnect happen for you? Okay. So that's part of why you don't believe the Bible. So you don't believe you walk across no water because you ain't never seen it, or you can't explain it. Can't nobody explain it. You don't. It's things you don't believe because you ain't never seen it. All right, look, I'm gonna show you, right? I'm gonna show you this because this is what I'm separating. Because the Bible, it does not agree with this sign right here. This right here, the Bible talk about it. It's this in the Bible. It's called the image of the beast. It's the damn devil the Bible speaks of. Right. This is what we got. Our people gotta understand. What you confusing with the Bible is Christianity, modern day Christianity. God ain't never give us Christianity. He ain't give us a denomination. He ain't give us no Baptist, no Pentecostal. You know what I'm saying? No Catholic. All that stuff was what happened when you get other people, white people, right? You're so-called, they call Edomites according to the Bible. When they get a hold of our history, that's what happened when we learn our history through the oppressor's lens. You get Christianity, which is some BS, and they give you a white Christ.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
But we're going to show you that in the Bible real quick. Well, I'm going to show you that after I show you this. Give me that, verse 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So he said they were going to bring them into Egypt. Remember, what was the Israelites doing in Egypt? They were slaves in Egypt, right? So that's actually what he's doing here, right? He's using them words to represent bondage. Because Egypt is a Greek word coming from Egyptos, which means to bind or to constrain. So right here, he said Egypt. They're going to bring them into Egypt again. You know how they came into Egypt the first time? They walked. They walked in. They walked up. When Joseph was over in Egypt, he was over getting the granary for the famine and everything. That's when they walked in. They walked in. But this time he said they're going to come how? By ship. By ship. So how did our foreparents get over here? Well, no ships then. You know they had ships beforehand, right? They had multiple trips. Stop it. They already had this. So how was that? How did I? You see this? Back then, when? So how did they get here? Do you know how they got to this side of the earth? This right here. Let me show you the exact passage that he used, because you heard about Christopher Columbus and all that, right? All right. He got sponsored by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella to come to this side of the world. Let me show you what they used. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 13. I'm going to show you exactly. Stop it. He knew exactly where he was going. I'm going to show you how he knew where he was going, bro. I said,
Christopher Columbus had more than him, brother. Show him where he was.
he actually, actually, no. Wait, have you read the book? Have you read the book where he actually quote that? Watch this. Come on, give me 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 4. I'm gonna show you because actually when you do your research, right? When you do the research, you can actually look at things like I forgot what it's called, right? What's the book called? With Christopher Columbus. He's talking about how he got over. Lost Trials in the Promised Land. Look that up, right?
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So this right here is the 10 tribes. You got the 10 tribes at this time. You got the northern kingdom. Oh, you see them? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom. But everyone below that, that's the northern kingdom. Come on.
And go forth into a further country, where never mankind dwelt.
So he said they're gonna go wherever mankind dwelt. Because remember earlier we were talking about the motherland. How that Galatians 4:26. Because that was over here on this side of the world, the eastern side of the world, right? What you got with the homeland is right here. It's right here. It's in northeast Africa. Right? And we're gonna show you what it was called. Galatians chapter 4:26. Because that's what you gotta understand. That's what it is. It's the BS of Christianity. That's the same stuff that we were given in slavery, which is why our people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They use distorted our history as a form of control over our people. But watch this, come on.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
It's the mother of us all. This is the motherland that our people, that's where life started in. It started, we say Africa is the motherland, but no, it's in Northeast Africa is where our life started in. And we telling you right now, it's talking about Jerusalem. But come on, go back. So right after this right after the Syrian captivity, right? They breaking away. They said, hey, we're gonna go to a land where no man ever been, which is over here talking about to the western side of the world. Come on.
That they might there keep the statutes which they never kept in their own land.
So they had a zeal for God, right? But he said, hey, in captivity, do you keep what you want to keep, or you gonna keep what your oppressor tell you to keep? You gonna keep what you can keep, but they say you can't worship your God. You gonna worship my God. You gotta worship Buddha. You know what I'm saying? You gotta worship the guy with the big belly. You gonna do it, or you gonna sneak to do what you can, right? But they say, hey, let's go somewhere where nobody can stop us or oppress us and keep us from serving God. Come on.
And they entered into Euphrates by a narrow passage of the river.
So they said they entered into the Euphrates. They entered into the river, right? They leaving out of North Africa, right? They enter into the rivers, because they gonna go around, they gonna out this way and they gonna come around. Come on.
For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
So he said he held still the floods. He controlled the water, because you were talking about, hey, there ain't no way they'll be able to get through there. Look, he held still the floods that they can be able to travel. Come on.
For through that country was a great way to go.
So they had a great way to go, right? Come on.
Namely, of a year and a half.
So it took them to go from here around the Cape of Africa to get to this side of the world. They came over where you got South Africa first. I mean, not South Africa, excuse me, South America. They was coming this way, and they ended up over along the shores, and they came upon the land, and they filled up the land. But it took them a year and a half to get here. Come on.
And the same region is called Osiris.
So before it was called America, it was called Osiris. Food. Hold on. So when you stop, you got land. So you telling me there ain't you gonna go on water?
So they got folks. They got folks on
Uh-huh.
and then they got enough supplies to live for a year and a half, bro.
Yeah. Okay. What? Where?
Get Joseph.
Go ahead.
With Joseph.
In Genesis.
Yeah.
Right, because look, the thing is they had storehouses back then. They had storehouses. They had storage. Like, okay, so what type of boats? What type of boats did you say they had beforehand? Sailboats. So what did they carry on the sail? What was the point of selling? Were they just selling water? Be selling water? Stop. They moving goods. They move goods. Because our people came over here on cargo slave ships for cargo. They put cargo in it. They have food to survive off of. Because it's a what? It's a what? It's a cargo ship. It's a cargo ship. You start out the transatlantic slave trade started in 1492, but they had these boats way beforehand. Because how could during the time of Moses, how could he reference a ship if he never seen it? Because beforehand you had Noah do what? He had a boat that carried animals. So how could these people do that, bro? This is exactly. You saying they ignorant? The white man have to come make a boat to be able to carry this stuff. This is crazy because, bro, this is what happened. Our people worship these folks too much to think that they brought civility to our people, made them civil, and gave them. They are such of the greatest minds that our people didn't come over here make the cottage gin. They didn't make stoplights. They didn't make refrigerators. for our people to survive on. You think these folks brought us, they brought us this technology? But our people sit up here and worship Egypt and all that, knowing the technological advances that they made, not knowing that our people taught the people in Egypt. Our people taught them how to be. So that's the thing, our people, we gotta understand that we are the creators of all these things.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation